Good day, good day, good day. My name is Howard Martell, broadcasting here from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I am continuing on with the series that we started about the dollar apocalypse survival guide for the next Great Depression. We are going to cover part two of it, family economy, what to have ready before the next Great Depression. As I said before, tonight is part two of our series preparing for the next major downturn, what some people call the next depression. And I want to keep this calm and practical. Here's the truth. In big downturns, most people don't lose everything because they're lazy. They lose everything because they're overexposed to debt, to fragile income, to lack of liquidity, and lack of a plan. Today's theme is what I call the family economy, how to preserve what you've built while other people are getting wiped out. Here's a quick disclaimer. This is education, not personal financial advice. Do your own research and make a decision for yourself. Type plan in the chat if you want this checklist from me tonight. Let's define what family economy is. When I say family economy, I mean this. Your household is a mini economy. Money comes in, money goes out. You store resources, you manage risk, and you produce value. Before we continue on, for over 30 plus years, including my military time of 20 years, 10 days, I was a risk advisor or risk consultant. And what I did is I holistically looked at information systems or communication systems and tried to pinpoint using automated tools and deductive reasoning and uh, discussing this with fellow coworkers at the time of, hey, does this pass the sniff test when it comes to this vulnerability that affects this specific client's network or vice versa? See, the world doesn't want you to be a free thinker, doesn't want you to be self reliant. They want you to be self reliant on the system. But when the system has cracks like it does right now, unsustainable debt, uh, such a divide based on people's personal non godly values, the ability to think for themselves instead of listening to the mainstream media and actually do a deductive reasoning saying, hey, I'm going to listen to this person on this side, but let me listen to this side. And does it line up? No, it doesn't. And if the outside world gets shaky, the family that does best is one that can control cash flow, reduce financial fragility, and keep life functioning even when the system is stressed. The five ways families lose everything and what to do instead. Number one, they lose liquidity. Assets don't help you if you can't access cash when the bills are due. What to do? Build a starter emergency fund and keep some liquidity available. Now, what does that mean? That means that you need to take those fiat dollars and have it converted into a tangible, barterable asset. What could that be? Uh, that could possibly be gold or silver. Hmm. Just thinking. Because what if the system went down and you couldn't get to your bank? You didn't have access to credit. Would your family survive? Just saying. Number two, they get crushed by fixed payments. In downturn, fixed payments become a trap. Car payments, consumer debt, high monthly obligations. What to do? Cut reoccurring expenses, avoid new finance purchase. It worked down high interest debts, a snowball effect. Number three, they rely on only one income stream. See, because I sacrificed my time in my younger years because I saw a reward by serving one's country, got to travel the world, got to experience all kinds of good, bad, ugly things. But at the end of the day, yes, my shoulder impingement might be getting sore as I get a little as I enter 53, but I'm still taking care of my body, my mind, and my spirit. And I feel that I am in line with whatever life has to throw my way, right? But because I have a strong faith in God the Father, that's right. I don't know what your religion is. But I can tell you, I'm in a better place than I was 25 years ago. I'll tell you that. And financially, I have lined myself up that since I did have a job loss, not because of performance, but because of cutbacks by our government, they let 32 people go as of January 29th, 2026. But I'm going to tell you how God has taken care of me and my family is that I got 6 weeks of severance, which I still have, that I've been living off of. I'm collecting some unemployment, but this week alone, I just got two of my first checks because I'm helping people with an educational model with an incredible organization that we've been clients with the Brinkman Group that partner with under the five ring financial system. We help educate the middle class. We help show them how to protect their money in downturns and upturns. When the market goes up, you make money. When the market goes down, you don't lose anything. So if you have a 401k uh, or anything, thrift savings plan, veterans, police, firefighters, definitely hit me up. We can definitely help you protect it because um, one of the most dangerous jobs outside the military is police, firefighters, EMS. They go into the battlefield, right? And they have high cancer, they have high blood pressure, diabetes, because it's a stressful job. I can tell you another stressful job being an air traffic controller. I can tell you another stressful job, probably being a TSA agent right now. So these are just some of the places when you don't create multiple streams of income. And as what the military taught me is failure is not an option. There's plan A, there's plan B, there's plan C, there's plan D. And I plan to not fail. But what I do plan to do is try to lean on God's understanding and not my worldly understanding, because my worldly understanding creates chaos. And I don't like chaos in my life. I don't like it. I want to be a positive, upbeat person that is a person that people want to work with, who want to understand why I think the way I do, because I've been in life threatening situations. I've been in stressful situations and I thrive. I love it. And so when God took something away and revealed something to me, he said, I want you to help my lost sheep. I want you to be a messenger about educating and about stewardship dollars. So, creating multiple streams of income. I've created multiple streams of income by being my own boss, by freeing myself up 5 years ago by investing in assets. That's right, investing God's money. And then planting those financial seeds and then rinse and repeat. And then I, with the help of my mentors, can help not only here in Hampton Roads, but anybody in the 50 states. Our team is here to help you, but I'm also here to give you plenty of warning. America needs to wake up, and it's not on Dunkin' Donuts either. They, the system is not doing what it needs to do. And we cannot continue to have our elected leaders continue to spend, spend, spend. Technology is evolving, but why is the brain of man or woman being dissolved? Because it's part of the plan. It's part of the plan to dumb you down so you don't understand truly what's happening right before you. And that's why this book was written, because it was warning us. Argentina warned us. Argentina warned us. Venezuela warned us. I'm just saying, get that book. Dollar Apocalypse Survivor Guide for the Next Great Generation. David Bates and Claude Davis. Well worth the read. It is eye-opening. It gives you the history of how things have come apart at the seams. Another thing that America has that other countries don't have. We have the reserve currency, but since we weaponized it, countries are starting to de-dollarize. That's bad. That's very bad. So most people rely on one income stream. I have multiple. Why? Because I fought for these benefits, whether it's disability, whether it's my military pension, which I get cost of living, just like Social Security does. But see, how many people can say they're retired at their first career at age 39 and then they got a check comes in the mail every month. And I know that my debts are paid partly because I have that extra money. And part of it's tax deferred. Having a home based business, tax deferred. So, what to do? Create at least one backup income stream, part time, freelance, online, services, anything. Whatever your time, talents, ability are, if it's bartering, if it's using technology like Howard does in a good way, share that with people. So, number four, they sell assets at the worst time. People panic sell when prices are low because they didn't plan. People are selling their gold and silver, for example, and they're gonna regret it. Why? Because it's gonna go back up again. The printing presses, the quantitative easing is when they try to quantify printing more of the dollar. What that does is that can lead into inflation and stagflation. That's not good. That's not good for us. That's not good for the world economy. Right now, with the war in Iran going on right now and the Strait of Hormuz, right? We have the ability to sustain that in America. Yes, our gas prices are almost $4. So last time I checked, I paid $3.79 yesterday or $3.69 because I get a 10-cent discount from 7-Eleven. But I have a hybrid vehicle. So I have a small 11-gallon tank, but that's because it's a hybrid. I get anywhere from 519 miles per that 11-gallon tank. Now, if you don't have a fuel efficient vehicle, it could cost hundreds of dollars. Now, if you're in certain states that tax the heck out of you, California, other ones, they're paying more than that. And this affects everything because then the price of diesel goes up, the price of transportation of the food products, of the medicines. See, when we decided to be cheap, all these companies, and not have a regulation where you could only put a certain amount of your manufacturing overseas to China. China's hurting right now because they were relying on oil, a lot of oil from Venezuela and from Iran. Yes. So you see how the global economy links up. So China's hurting right now. The European Union's hurting right now. They're paying more gas than we are right now. But it amazes me that people want to blame the United States. At the end of the day, we never tried to be the police of the world, but we've always ended up with it. And what the American people want, I can tell you personally myself, I don't want endless wars. I've seen the terror and I've seen the every 17 seconds a veteran still killing themselves, right? For because they serve their country, they don't come back the same if you see horrors that these men and women have seen. I don't want to have that happen again. Um, it's not good. It's not good for the country. It's not good for our economy. Now, with all the different vulnerabilities going on too, you got to think about it too. Outside of this, you have to also protect our electric grid. People's electricity and everything has been going up. Why? Because they're building these data AI centers. Why the heck are we paying for these things, us consumers? See, you need to use the power of your vote and your voice when it comes to these policies. You need to make sure that you are letting your representatives know by calling them up, by emailing them. Every person that does that is equivalent to one of those methods is equivalent to 1,000 voters speaking. Our voices can be very, very loud at times. And you need to use those and put people in that are physically conservative, who want to innovate, want a technology. We should be like Dubai, where they got bullet trains, they got all kinds of things going on, right? But see, because of the greed of man, the capitalist way, nothing wrong with capitalism. It's great. You work hard, you can build up a nice, massive amount of money. But how many lives have been destroyed because of the greed of man? Just saying. So do not sell these assets right now. I'm telling you, I was buying at the $20 mark. It's still 69, 68. I don't care because I know it's going back up. I don't care. A long term game plan. It is to make sure that I am exposed, but not exposed the way people are in the open market. Your 401k, unless you know how to manage it, is exposed massively. You're going to lose thousands of dollars. If we didn't lose, if we didn't, and we're due for a serious recession. Every 4 years, I think it is a recession happens, right? Give or take, based on the statistics that I've seen. So don't panic sell when prices are low. Just stay the steady course. Understand, in times of chaos, assets go up while the market goes down. Got to protect it. So, what to do? Plan liquidity so you're not forced to sell. Number five, they ignored essential and systems. When supply chains tighten prices, you may pay more and stress more. So, what you do is you strategically make sure that you have enough food for more than a few months, right? What you do is you can buy, like I did, I have meals that last 20, 25 years, just in case. I have the ability to be able to give me 2,000 calories in those meals. And the meals are really good. We've used some of them because we realized, hey, we got plenty. And we wanted to try it, and they're really good actually. Rice, things that you can also, you have to make sure these, and you can find these on Amazon or anything. They have straws that you can get, water filtration straws that will filter the water up to like 1,800 gallons of water. So say it's rainwater and and the water systems are shut off, for example. I'm just giving you just a scenario, if it happens and stuff, because these systems are vulnerable too. Now, your electric car will not work if you don't have electricity. So how are you going to get around, right? Do you have a way to protect you and your family? This book will tell you specific steps, what you need to do now before the massive chaos happens. It's like zombie apocalypse. When it happens, it's not going to be pretty. Know your neighbors. Know who you can barter with already. Bartering is going to be a great tool to have. Which one of the biggest risks right now? Liquidity, payments, one income, panic selling, or essentials? Type one word. The family economy preservation plan steps. Now I'm going to give you simple 7-step plan. You can do this in layers. Run a household stress test. What happens if income drops 20% for 90 days? What breaks first? Action. List your top 10 expenses and mark which are non-negotiable. Create a one-page home budget, cash flow clarity. If it isn't written, it isn't real. Write income sources plus fixed bills plus variable spending. Step three, build liquidity in stages. Start small, but start. Action steps. Stages $300 to $1,000. Stage two, 1 month of expenses. Stage three, 3 to 6 months is possible. Stage four, reduce your payment stress. Your goal is to lower the amount of your life that is forced. Action, pick one debt and attack it, or refinance responsibly if it truly helps. Step five, protect your ability to earn. In a crisis, the most important asset is your ability to produce income. Action, build steps, update resume, strengthen your network, keep health and routines. For the last 8 weeks, I have been going back into the gym, even though I've got some shoulder tendonitis. I'm still going very light, but what I'm doing is I'm taking care of my mind, my spirit, and my body, just in case, God forbid, that I have to fight off some crazy people. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. But guess what? I'm covered by the Lamb, the blood of God, blood of Jesus. I'm not worried about that. But you gotta, because of the processed food and all this other garbage that's been in these things, you got to make sure what you eat. You got to have your proteins. You got to have a certain amount of starches in your fruits and vegetables. I get that with the products that I have at one marketplace. I take a product 5 days a week called the Perfect Food for the Perfect Body. That is 10-in-1 meal replacement. I mix that up in my shake with Acai Plus. I mix it in with my other sources that I have and stuff, my greens and my reds, and I get a formulated plan that helps me get all the fruits and vegetables and so much more of the nutrients I need. outside of the foods that I eat. Now, build an essential buffer calmly. Your goal is not fear, your goal is stability. Action, build 2 or 4 weeks of what you actually use. Food basics, water plan, hygiene, first aid, backup power and charging. There are backup chargers there that will use the sun if you need to be able to do. Also, make sure that you have a phone that is a way that you can crank it up. It has batteries, but it also has it where you can use it as a charger, a flashlight, and so much more. Now, with the craziness that's going on here, not only in Virginia and certain states, make sure if you are a if you do have a some type of weapon that you have enough ammo just in case. You have enough things so you can clean your gun, vice versa, and do the responsible things as a responsible gun owner. That's it. Step 7, create a family economy binder. This is how you reduce chaos. IDs, key documents, copies, insurance info, bank info, bill list, medical information, emergency contacts, a written plan B, what you cut first, what you sell, who you call. So type 1 through 7, which steps are you doing this week? What to have ready, a practical checklist. Here's a quick checklist. Written budget, start emergency fund, list of debts with minimum payments and APRs. Plan to reduce at least one monthly payment. Home, pantry inventory, 2 to 4 weeks of essential buffers, basic first aid and meds you need, flashlights, batteries, charging plan. You can go on Amazon and get these things very cheaply now, and they work. Work, updated resume, portfolio, one additional income skill in progress. List of 10 people you can call for work or referrals. Paperwork, household binder, printed emergency contacts, key account numbers stored safely. So, in our next episode, if you want a family economy checklist, comment plan, and I'll repost it. And if you're watching this replay, put replay in the comments. Next episode, we'll go deeper into how to build resilience, skills, and side income, and what to focus on first if you're starting from zero. That's right. So, the key here is there's always clowns out there that are just posting stuff for the nonsense. Now, I want to share with you something I'm very passionate about. Um, we have an event going on here in the United States, here locally, March 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. How money really works. Most people in America would like to learn more about money. Join us for this free educational event. Okay. About how money really works. Growing and protect your money doesn't have to be complicated. Join us for an informative, entertaining virtual presentation that takes all the mystery out of growing and preserving wealth. Wherever you are in your financial journey, you will find something of significant value in this education based presentation. This event has changed the financial direction of hundreds of thousands of people, including me and my wife's family, and from all walks of life. Teachers, accountants, truck drivers, realtors, stay at home moms, CEOs, military, bankers, farmers, attorneys, airlines, pilots, and small business owners. You never have to risk your money to get great returns. That's why our clients, I call it sleep insurance, sleeps well at night. I sleep well at night. A unique Zoom invite will be sent to you via email. That's March 30th. Now, we also have on March 30th at 6 o'clock, this is a financial overview of who I'm working with. My mentor right here, next to the 5 rings, is Heather. My other mentor who brought me into it as a client is Angie. She's near the 5 rings financial F there. There's Scott Brinkman, that's Heather's husband. There's Heather in the middle. There's Sandra and some other people. Some of the other, we all the old school people, right? So it will talk about who's interested in exploring opportunity being part of 5 rings to learn more about what we do as a collective group of educators, how we do it, and what is possible as an advocate or agent. What I'm doing is I'm an advocate. Yes, I got my license. I had to get a license and pass a test. It took me less than 2 weeks. But this is a great time to show people how to create multiple streams of income by helping people. Now, our next event here in the Greater Hampton Roads area, if you're in the 757 area, Wine, Women, and Wealth. It's only a few tickets left, so you better get to it because it's limited space. This is a place to network for women. community women supporting each other in business and the relationship with money. Okay, there you go. That's another one. Next, we have our live Money 101 that I love going to, and I love learning from our presenter, Scott Brinkman. He's an executive vice president. He's the husband of Heather Brinkman. And they've been part of this Brinkman group for almost 17 years, helping thousands of people. And what you're going to learn is 7-time proven financial tools and strategies are essential for college funding, retirement planning, tax reduction, or just simple wealth accumulation, using money you never knew you had. Tens of thousands of people, as I said before, including me and my family, have benefited from this Money 101. And it's an education approach. And at the end, you're going to get a complimentary buffet dinner on us. That's right. Next, very proud to tell you about this. So hold on a second. I want to show you something. These are some incredible things here, right? Let's go. I want to show you a video about the rule of 72. So just bear with me. Now listen to this.
So you've got a chunk of change, and you're smart enough. So you put your money into an account that gains compound interest. So how long does it take for your money to double in that account? Well, to find this out, you need two things: your balance and your interest rate. Now, like most things, there's an easy way to find your answer and a hard way. The hard way involves taking the logarithm base 10 of 2 as in 2 times our balance, over the logarithm base 10 of 1 plus our interest rate. Since most of us don't have bionic brains, we can't really do this math in our heads. But our friend Larry is here, and he's going to give it his best shot. We'll get back to him later. Luckily, there's a simple way to approximate how long it takes for your money to double in a compound interest account. It's called the Rule of 72. How does it work? It's surprisingly simple. All you do is take the number 72 and divide it by your interest rate. That's it. It's that easy. The number you get equals the number of years it's going to take to double your money. So let's try it out. Say you have $5,000 in your account earning 4% interest. Now take that magical number 72, take your interest rate of 4%, pull out your phone, text your second grade cousin and ask him how many times 4 goes into 72. He's a bright kid, so he'll tell you the answer is 18. And you'll tell him that he just helped you learn that it will take 18 years for your initial $5,000 to double into $10,000. Let's check in on Larry. That's very nice, Larry. Luckily, with the rule of 72, there's no need to ever use the hard way. Using the rule of 72, we can easily see how small changes in interest rate can make a huge difference in our earning potential. A 29-year-old earning 4% compounding interest can expect his account to double twice by the time he's 65. At 8%, it doubles 4 times. At 12%, it doubles 8 times. So by doubling your interest rate from 4% to 8%, you actually quadruple your money. And by tripling your rate from 4% to 12%, you 16-tuple your money. Is that a word? It is now. Interest rates matter. The rule of 72 helps us understand just how much they matter. So how many doubling periods does your nest egg have before you retire? Now you know the easy way to find out.
And that's just one of the ways that you can, let's remove that right there, that you can help yourself. So as I said before, if you want to know more about the events going on here locally in Hampton Roads and upon different organizations, I'm going to post this on the screen here. It's also going to be right there. Check out what we have here. We want to educate you and prepare you for the financial turmoil that is happening right now with the market. But we also want to just have an honest conversation about your stewardship dollars. Take care, and I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you be financially savvy and be prepared if the downturn happens. That's what this lesson was about. Take care.